What's going on, everybody? T-Chris here, and today I'm back with another top 5 for you guys. And today the top 5 is the top 5 crashes in the Goodyear Cup Series. Second top 5 I've done on this series. You guys should go check them out. Link is in the description below. And you guys know how this goes. Let's get right into it. Number 5. Starting off this countdown, we have the Season 1 Race 7 from Summit County. And this was a pretty good wreck. As you can see, it's a smaller track, so obviously if it's in the top 5 crashes, it's got to be a pretty good wreck. And here it is right here. Carl Edwards goes around, gets into a bunch of other cars, and just kind of clogs up the track right there. A couple cars even had to dive down pit road to avoid it. I mean, that's how big this wreck was. We'll see it again right here on a replay, a little bit slower for you guys. Carl Edwards seems to have a tire go down, as you can see right there. Ends up losing it off the corner, gets into Greg Biffle, and then everyone just kind of piles in after that. A couple cars, as I said, dove down pit road, and then the rest just kind of tightly squeezed through that little exit that they had right there. A very good wreck that clogged up most of the track in our number 5 position in this countdown. Number 4. And in the 4th position in this countdown, we have the Season 1 race number 4 from Bristol. And here's the wreck on the front stretch, as you guys will see right here. Actually, it goes into the front stretch, into turn 1 and 2, I believe. As you can see, it's a pretty big pileup right there. Collects 4 cars, but 5 may have gotten damage in there. As you'll see on the replay right here, the 09 car just slides up a little bit, gets into the wall, just made it, not work. He tried to make it work, but it didn't work. Barely gets into the 33 right there, slides into the corner, and then everyone else just kind of piles up right on into him. Look at that, just a huge traffic jam. 17 gets damaged, 2, 6, like everyone got damaged from that. Pretty big wreck that clogged up most of the track in our number 4 position. Number 3. In the 3rd position in this countdown, we have the first race of the Goodyear Cup Series from Daytona, Season 1. As you guys can tell, pretty big wreck will be happening at Daytona, as they always do. And here is the wreck coming up in the corner. As you can see, huge wreck. A lot of cars involved in this. Some cars didn't get as much damage as others, but there was still a lot of cars involved in this. As you can see, there's a lot of damage on these cars. But yeah, this is a pretty big wreck in Daytona, as we are always used to in these top 5 crashes. And we'll see a replay of it right here again. Pretty big wreck in the number 3 spot in this countdown. Number 2. In the 2nd position, we have the Season 1 race number 8 from Richmond. As you can see, 3 wide at Richmond does not work. Big pile up on the backstretch. As you can see, a lot of cars taken out in this. I believe the total was 6. As you'll see, a good overhead shot of the cars coming up right here. Pretty big wreck at Richmond. You don't tend to see a whole lot of big wrecks at Richmond, but this one was definitely up there. As you guys will see the replay again right here, they do go 3 wide in the back with Kurt Busch, I believe, in the 2 car, gets into the 39 and then just kind of goes downhill from there, as most of these wrecks do. Always results in a blockage of the track. A lot of cars have to go around them, but it was a very good wreck in the 2nd spot in our countdown at Richmond. Honorable mention number 1. Your first honorable mention comes from Season 1 race number 13 from Richmond. And as you can see, it's another small track, so there's going to be a pretty big wreck on this. On the front stretch, 4 cars involved in this one. 2 of them did drive away though, but there were still 4 cars involved in this. As you can see, Carl Edwards and Kevin Harvick get together. The 29 car went up into the wall and then just kind of collected everyone else. The 19 and the 1 car did drive away from this, but both did get damaged. The 1 got pinched right there in the wall, which makes this our first honorable mention. Honorable mention number 2. Our second honorable mention comes from Season number 1 of Sonoma. As you can see, the wreck will happen right here. It's never good to go too wide at Sonoma. As you can see, a lot of cars involved in this one. 3 or 4 cars, I believe, involved in this one. Probably even 5. I never know. But it was a very good wreck going down into the last corner of Sonoma. As you can see, the 00 right there is got a lot of damage on his car. And here's a replay of it again, and we'll point out where they are. The 14 and the 9 car ended up getting together on this one. Kind of just, made room where there was none and got into the 14 car right there. which the 00 checked up, then got the 88 involved, and there's the 29 going down pit road to avoid it. But a very good wreck here in our second honorable mention spot, so let's get right on to the number 1 spot. Number 1. And our number 1 spot is the Season 2 Race Number 1, the newest race from the Goodyear Cup Series. If you guys have not seen this, I highly recommend you do before you watch this wreck. This race is amazing, but let's get right into the wreck coming up on the backstretch right here. As you can see, typical pack racing, a lot of cars 3 wide, and then there it goes. Another huge wreck at Daytona. You know, that's pretty much all it is. Every countdown I have, always a huge wreck at Daytona is in number 1 spot. That's all you guys need to expect from these top 5s. But yeah, this was a huge wreck, the biggest one in Goodyear Cup Series history. And this was a very good wreck at, you know, Daytona. We always see a lot of good wrecks at Daytona. So I really like this wreck at the number 1 spot. That's why it gets it. It's a huge wreck in the number 1 spot of our countdown. Thank you guys for watching so much. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Be sure to check out the Goodyear Cup Series. Link is in the first thing in the description down below. As you can see, Season 2 of the Goodyear Cup Series has the Generation 6 cars, all new cars for the series, so definitely go check this out. Race 1 from Daytona was amazing, as I said before. Yeah, go check this series out if you did enjoy some of these crashes today. And yeah, as I said, like, he's got the new cars, so the races will not be as old as Season 1 was. Even though Season 1 was great, Season 2 is going to be even better, so go check them out. And that's all I got for this top 5. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this, and it's been T-Chris. See you guys in the next video. Deuces.